Hello, this is Mark with my daily podcast for the 10th of April. This subject is surely to alarm some people and make others very skeptical of what I'm going to say because it's going to seem outlandish and pretty much impossible. I ask you to remain open-minded and just research it for yourself and keep an open mind, like I said, and just think about some of the things I'm going to list for you. And that topic is the Communist Party. I'm sure right away people are saying, oh boy, the Communist Party, why is this guy talking about the Communist Party? Well, I'm talking about the Communist Party because there was something that was created in 1963, long time ago, right? Well, the time alone would discredit it to most, and even to me when I initially researched it. But I found there was some very eerie similarities to what has transpired from 1963 to now, and what is happening currently in our society and within our government policies and actions. So therefore, I put a lot of weight with the items that I pulled from the Communist Party agenda of 1963. Granted, there were 45 declared goals of this agenda, which our Congress spoke about and submitted during their sessions in 1963. Research it, take a gander at it by yourself, and keep an open mind. I am going to list some of the items that I feel are absolutely worth thinking about, and take a listen to these. Of the 45, these are the ones that I think are the most pertinent and are absolutely happening and are being implemented. Number 1, permit free trade between all nations regardless of communist affiliation and regardless of whether or not items could be used for war. Capture one or both political parties within the United States. Use technical decisions of the court to weaken basic American institutions by claiming their activities violate civil rights. Get control of the schools. Use them as transmission belts for socialism and current communist propaganda. Soften the curriculum. Get control of the teachers' unions. Put the party line in the textbooks. Gain control of all student newspapers. Infiltrate the press. Get control of book review assignments, editorial writing, policy-making positions. Eliminate all laws governing obscenity by calling them censorship and a violation of free speech and free press. Gain control of key positions in radio, TV, and motion pictures. Continue discrediting American culture by degrading all forms of artistic expression. An American communist cell was told to eliminate all good sculpture from parks and buildings. Substitute shapelessness, awkward, and meaningless forms. Think about the artwork you see in front of buildings these days. Break down cultural standards of morality by promoting pornography and obscenity in books, magazines, motion pictures, radio, and TV, and they left out internet because it wasn't created yet. Present homosexuality, promiscuity as normal and natural and healthy. Infiltrate the churches and replace revealed religion with social religion. Discredit the Bible and emphasize the need for intellectual maturity, which does not need a religious crutch. Discredit the American Constitution by calling it inadequate, old-fashioned, out of step with modern needs, a hindrance to cooperation between nations on a worldwide basis. Support any socialist movement to give centralized control over any part of the culture, education, social agencies, welfare programs, mental health clinics, etc. Infiltrate and gain control of more unions. Infiltrate and gain control of big business. Discredit the family as an institution. Encourage promiscuity and easy divorce. Create the impression that violence and insurrection are legitimate aspects of the American tradition, that students and special interest groups should rise up and use united force to solve economic, political, or social problems. Now keep in mind, I didn't just make this up to sound eerily similar to what's happening, but it sure does sound like I did, didn't it? But no, keep in mind, this was written in 1963. It absolutely is almost verbatim of what's happening right now. That scares the heck out of me. There's no doubt in my mind that there is an underlying objective being completed right before our eyes. Bernie Sanders has absolute communist ties. Research it, find out. His honeymoon was in Russia, for God's sakes. And not just because of that, there's many other ties that he has to the Communist Party. A lot of the people running his administration, look them up. They are leaders within the Communist Party of America. Trust me. Hillary Clinton had communist idols in college. Obama, his mentor, was a self-proclaimed communist. His mother was a self-proclaimed communist. Many of the people he went to school with and hung out with and called his friends were communists. So these aren't things that are made up. There are people within our government that are self-proclaimed communists. And keep that in mind when you hear what I said. Something's happening, folks, and it's not a coincidence. Keep it in mind. Don't discredit it as crazy or improbable. Research it, and hopefully I enlighten you for today. Have a great day, and thanks for listening.